what we talk about as a coaching staff is making people feel important. So there's this quote from, I think it's Mary Kay, who does like famous like makeup or jewelry or something.
Yeah, makeup. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
like
a pyramid scheme.
Okay, my mother used to do it. So like she used to sell it. So yeah.
There you go. Okay. Well, anyway, super successful.
Yeah.
Business and all the rest.
Yeah.
The saying was behind that was, imagine everyone you meet has a sign around their neck that says, make me feel important. I really believe that's at the heart of what human beings want. It's that level of connection. It's that level of acceptance. It's that level of recognition and feeling of importance. That's what they want. We try to do that by caring for people. You know, caring is, like you said, it's such a soft term and loose and vague, and everyone's got a different definition. What we want is, let's make people feel important. Does that mean use people's names? Does it mean talk to them on a one-on-one basis? Does it mean the thank you cards? Does it mean recognition for achievements? Does it recognition for showing up? Like, that's what we try to bring into our level of at the base. And there's a lot more to it, but the baseline level, it's like make people feel important.
And do you, how much have you found that that's a philosophy that you've had to work to make sure that your coaches and your staff understands? Or do you look for people to come into CrossFit New England who sort of already have that at their core? You know, I know we've talked a little bit about how to hire coaches and what you look for, but is that something that's like, okay, if you don't get that sense that they get that already, then they're not the right fit? Or do they come in and that's sort of something you've got to work with them on to understand, okay, I know that you like, you know, I know that you care, but here are the ways that we want to make sure that you're showing that.
Both.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to have that as an inherent personal trait that you have. If not, you're not the right fit for us. And then from there, let's continue to develop it through these, you know, to-dos, these things that we can do every single day, from using names to thank you cards and the other things that we do. We go a step farther and we lay that out to our members. So it's not just the people we're hiring, it's the members that we're taking in. We let them know this is an important characteristic of what we're looking for. We have certain, when you learn about target markets, right? This is what I originally heard about, like your demographic, your target market, who is the niche you're going for. My thought process was, well, like anybody that wants to get fit is somebody I want to have in my gym. And after I was about to say a very short time, but it wasn't a short time. After a few years of kind of figuring this out, that's not the case. I don't want anybody that just wants to get fit. What I want is a certain person in my gym. And it has nothing to do with what I thought target market was. It's not demographics. It's not your sex. It's not your median income. It's not a radius around where you're coming from. It's not anything. It's not the socioeconomics. It's the personal traits.
Right.
What we're looking for are people that are positive, that you don't complain. Really, that's as much as that. And we've talked about that with like complaint-free bracelets and everything. You know, we're trying to create a complaint-free environment. We're looking for people that are coachable so that they're open-minded, accepting of new ideas, and wanting to get better, a learning environment. And the third one is that we're looking for is people that want to be a part of a community. If you want to come in here and do your weightlifting on the side in non-CrossFit times, this is not the place for you. Yes, we have bumper plates. Yes, we have platforms. And yes, no one's using them during those hours. This still isn't the place for you. And we've turned away people on several occasions because they don't want to be a part of the community.
And it's interesting to me that, back to the sort of on the coach's side, that you hire people who have that inherent ability to want to care. You hire for that, but then you also systematize it in such a way that you make sure that they're actually acting on it in a way that supports your philosophy on what you're trying to do with the community. And I think that those two things are what makes it work so well, because like I could care and I could think that just being there and coaching and doing my best is that's what I do to show you that I care, but that's not as much as you could be doing. It's
like anything. It's that, you know, I've been reading Jocko's book, Extreme Ownership, so it's in my head, but it's a discipline.
His voice is in your head too.
One of my direct subordinates. Yeah, I can start talking like Jocko. is discipline equals freedom.
Yep.
So the more disciplined you are, so we have a thing with our coaches that they have to use every member's name in class 3 times. And we have it mandated at least the 3 times that it has to happen. It doesn't come across as forced or timed out or anything else. It comes across very natural, but everyone's got to hear their name 3 times because we know how important that makes people feel. Nobody wants to hear a word in the English language more than they want to hear their own name. Isn't that right, Patrick?
Yes.
Yeah, I see.
So happy right
now. From there, if they have that simple system in place, well, then they know they don't have to worry about some other things. It creates this level of freedom and autonomy to coach the way they want to coach. Inside of that seemingly rigid structure is this amazing freedom to do all the other things they want to do. Now, if we didn't create that, they'd have a harder time getting members to buy into them and trust them and all the other things. So what we're doing is we're creating this baseline prerequisites, this baseline structure, systemization of how we can create some bond, connection, trust, and caring. And then from there, now you have all this freedom in the world to do the other stuff. We don't need to say, Patrick, you need to warm up your clients doing this. We don't have to have briefs saying every single day, this is how it needs to go down, because we're taking the bigger stuff, the more important stuff, layering that in, and all of a sudden the coaching stuff becomes a lot easier.